next 2 years?
Okay, thank you. Eid Mubarak. Let me say that we had the distinct honor of accompanying His Excellency to the Eid prayers, earlier this morning at the Dodan Barracks Eid grounds. And as we gathered, in prayers, we asked for Allah's blessings, not only for ourselves, for our families, but for Nigeria. And as we all know, this is a time to reflect, and we prayed for peace, unity, and prosperity for Nigeria. As for the economy that you asked, of course, when His Excellency, came on board a couple of years ago, the country was faced with, deeply entrenched economic challenges. And a lot of the issues, we now know them. And His Excellency took a very bold, decisive, and necessary reforms, including the unification of the foreign exchange, regime, the removal of the fuel subsidy, and naturally with reforms, they come with, discomfort, at the early stages. But His Excellency had to do that, and we are now starting to witness, the positive results of those actions, and we all need to make sacrifices. And I'm glad that His Excellency has taken some of those decisions, and we have now started seeing, as I said, the positive results. Food prices are coming down, the exchange rate, is getting better. Just a few days ago, the rate of the dollar has come down to about 1,550 Naira. At one time, it was almost 1,900 Naira. So we need to be patient. Things will get better. And we must also recognize that the savings, the national savings are being reinvested into areas that matter: roads, healthcare, education, infrastructure, and so many other things. And just yesterday, we witnessed His Excellency commission, a lot of projects and flagged off quite a few new projects. And last weekend, he also commissioned, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. We know that the Sokoto-Badagry is gaining traction. And then, of course, the Kano Congolom, which BUA is undertaking under the tax credit scheme, has also joined that league. We are spending over 400 to 500 billion Naira, towards those. So the savings that we are, seeing, are being channeled. His Excellency is channeling a lot of, that money towards this important area. So again, let me say that this is a collective effort. As Nigerians, we must all come together and support His Excellency, because, Nigeria belongs to all of us. And the prosperity that we aspire and that we need, we must work all together. All of us must work together for us to achieve that prosperity. So, as I've always said, it is very, very important that we come together and support the government, because government cannot do it alone. So we thank His Excellency for giving us the opportunity. And as I've always maintained, this is a collective journey. His Excellency cannot do it alone. So we really need to be there, as Nigerians, so that in, the times that we need to support, we support Nigeria. We need to come all together and do what we need to do as Nigerians. So because if we have an issue, we rise, we act, and we build. So, I think, it was a good meeting, it was a good outing, and I want to use this opportunity once again to thank His Excellency, for everything that he's doing, here in Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you.
It's for them to continue to live in peace, continue to be very prayerful, as we are, Nigerians, they are very, very prayerful, and we should actually be our own keepers religion, everybody has his own belief, and I believe that we should all live in peace. And may the Almighty God keep us in a very, very safe place. Nigeria has many, many potentials, and we need to just keep working hard and keep praying hard.
Okay, it's the second half of this administration now. You have talked about the economy at several fora. What do you see of the next 2 years under this administration?
I think the next 2 years will actually be extremely very good. It will be much better than the first 2 years. Once, you take over government, it takes time for you to settle down. It takes time for you to do quite a lot of things. But if you look at all the policies that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu introduced, they will start yielding fruits as we go along. The subsidy removal, the currency deregulation, and also the gas policy. There are so many policies that they have rolled over, including the tax policy, which was just signed. We will be yielding fruits, but I know that people are very much in a hurry, but I'm sure it will, the time will come where all of us will now have a much, much better, society. What we need really is to have people with real disposable incomes, and that one will be led by the private sector, supported by the government. Once people have what you call a lively, decent salary, then things will change. Nobody will go and participate in either Boko Haram, kidnapping, banditry, or whatever.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, to thank Almighty Allah for preserving our lives. It's not automatic. It's the will of Almighty Allah that we are alive. So we are grateful. We are very grateful that we are alive and that we have good health. So the essence, all of us must understand that the essence of Eid Kabir is for us to sacrifice, compassion, love, and loyalty. So I think it's important that all of us, we show loyalty to our country, we show love to our neighbors, and we show compassion to the needy. And that's the basic essence. It's not like they said during the Eid that Almighty Allah doesn't need the blood or the meat. He needs our mind. So we must make sure that we do the right things for our brothers and sisters. So we cannot kidnap our brothers and sisters. We are not doing the right thing. We can't do terrorism by destroying the life of other Nigerians. So we must show that loyalty, peace of mind, so that Almighty Allah can answer all our prayers. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Do you have any special message for the political class, given that the nation and the state have just marked a second term in office? What will be telling the political class?
Well, just for all of us to understand why we're here, and is to make sure that life of Nigerians are easy, we protect the sovereignty of our country, and to make sure that Nigerians live in peace. And so all of us must work together, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are Hausa, you are Igbo, Yoruba, whatever you are. We should stop division. We should stop division and the noise. A lot of our political class are too negative minded. Let us be positive. The positive things that are happening in our country, we should encourage it. The negative things, we must talk about it, but we must minimize it so that at least our citizens can take all the positive components and build on it. There is no nation that doesn't go through problems, but good people will come together to resolve those issues. But we shouldn't kill ourselves. We shouldn't fight over everything. We should sit down together and talk to ourselves. As political class, God has given us a responsibility, and we must use those responsibility well, not to divide our people, but to unite. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
With Mr. President for the giant strides he's making in that sector, and particularly, you know that one of the a bridge in Plateau State was also commissioned yesterday, and then the president also made a definite pronouncement about the road from Akwanga passing through Jos, Bauchi, Gombe, which is the 4th national legacy project. And that is a project that is dear to my heart. It's a project that is dear to the people of the people in that corridor, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Plateau, and a good chunk of that road is in Plateau State. So I came particularly to show appreciation to Mr. President for giving that road priority. And of course, I stayed back to be able to wish Mr. President happy Salah. Like you know, moments and occasions like this are moments when we use it to be able to preach about the need for unity in our country. We must rise above the divides of faith, the divides of ethnicity, and be able to galvanize ourselves as one nation. That is the only way we can develop.
Sir, can you speak to the issue of security in Benue and Plateau, and what federal government has done to, because there are so many issues out there about the efforts of federal.
Well, the issue of insecurity, like you know, is not something that started today. It's not something that began with this president. It's been a recurring decimal over the last 2 decades or more. And so solutions cannot come overnight. But we continue to consult with the president and proffer our own ideas on how solutions can be brought to the security challenge in the country. It's every day that you keep reviewing the situation and look at how to be able to deploy both kinetic and non-kinetic solutions. And so we continue to have the conversation around the issues of security. It's a dynamic thing, and you continue to understand the changing dynamics and how to be able to address them adequately.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Complaints?
We are complained by citizens concerning insecurity. I believe that those type of political.
No, but for insecurity, I'm sure if you are following up with what is happening around the country, you will believe me that things are improving. I can give you numerous examples. For instance, Abuja, Kaduna, that used to be death trap, is now really cleared. People travel at all times, safe and sound. The same thing with Birnin-Gwari. When you come to Lokoja, Abuja also, and many roads that we fly, you hardly hear of kidnap and banditry around those roads now. And markets have been opening in both Kaduna, Zamfara, Sokoto, Katsina. Of course, there are some insecurity, but you have to look, contextualize it, where we come from to what is it now. And they will tell you that it has improved tremendously. And I have seen a lot of programs from you, from your journalists, going around those places and really talking to people, and people have been confirming to them that security has improved tremendously.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Christians that in that national group